All right, everybody. How you all doing out there tonight? Welcome to the Grand Theft Audio, the Jake, Brent, and Carl Show on KABC and brought to you by Biodiesel America. My name is Jake Belcher.
This is Brant Thoman joining you.
And I am Carl Kozlowski.
And boy, are we excited that you guys are spending your late Friday night with us and getting our weird, crazy take on the news and social issues and everything that's going on. I'll tell you guys a little bit about ourselves. This is our first time here on KABC. We've been on
hiatus, I would say.
Hiatus for a little while, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But before that, we were rocking it on the American Radio Network for about a year or so. So we're really excited to be bringing it out here to the LA market. Let's see who we are. Hey, Carl, give us a little introduction to yourself.
Well, I'm a Leo. No, my name is Carl, and I am a reporter with a major newspaper here in LA area, and I also am a stand-up comic, and I won the title of America's Funniest Reporter from the Laugh Factory in a national contest. And so you can check out more about me at www.americasfunniestreporter.com.
Awesome. We are so glad to have you. You're the reason we got into this, so it's great, man.
Yes, thank you, Carl. I'm Brant Thoman. I am an aspiring voiceover actor as well as a writer, and
A radio host.
And radio host, of course. But I currently my profession is that of a waiter and a bartender, and I've enjoyed that for several years, and have learned a lot from a lot of talking heads. So.
And
David Byrne? Okay, sorry.
And Jake Belcher here. Hard to say exactly what I do. I'm a general rabble-rouser, and I'm here to push this conversation forward and to figure out what's on everybody's brains. So this week, some of the things we're going to be talking about, the debates and all the political stuff going on. I know we're going to go over Madonna, who filed for divorce this week, which is pretty crazy. And then at the end of it, we'll wrap everything up with our coveted Nitwit of the Week. But let's start off with some of the economy stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy out there. I mean, we've been talking, watching the stock market like ping pong, 900 points up,
700 points down.
It's just crazy.
Well, I think in the end, man, if you ride through it all, it's going to equal itself out. And this seems to happen a lot before the changeover of presidents. And I think people are afraid this time, man. I think people are afraid that we're going to have someone come in and bring socialism to a lot of the programs in America. I think that, unfortunately, a lot of people who are older than us are afraid of having a black president. I really see that as I think that everyone's going to be cool with it, but I think that is kind of feeding into this ping-ponginess of not really knowing what the future is going to be. And I think there's a lot of angry white men out there.
Unfortunately, in the last couple of weeks, we've really seen race become a huge issue for the presidential race. It's just the other night, Jake and I were watching, and there was at a town hall meeting that John McCain was at. There was a woman who took the mic and said that she was afraid because the fact that Barack Obama is an Arab. And
he instantly said, "No, she's not."
Yeah, he shook his head and took the mic away from her and said, "Look, he's a good citizen. He's a good family man. We may not agree on policy, but there is nothing for you to fear with him being the president of our United States."
Yeah, besides, it's just so silly that I think that it's a shame that race has entered into this in this way because, it's like if you disagree with a guy, some of his more rabid fans automatically go, "You must be a racist." It's ridiculous. And these people are not helping by coming out and being so racist. It's just, there's a million other reasons to be disagreeing or agreeing with this guy than his background. It's ridiculous.
Well, and in fairness to this whole policy, it looks like some of these people who get up and stand and talk at these rallies, they shouldn't even be out in public. That lady looked like she had just been released from the old folks' home, specifically for that day. Her hair's all ratted and disheveled, and when he took the mic out of her hand,
she's the size of a linebacker.
She's like, he isn't.
Confused at what was going on. It was it was reminiscent of last week. The three of us went to the debates at the Republican headquarters in Pasadena, California. And while we were there, at the very end, there was a young woman who was such a staunch supporter.
Young woman.
Well, okay,
middle age,
fine. She's older than us, but she was adamant about getting John McCain and Sarah Palin to come out to the Rose Bowl and do a meet and greet almost type of thing where she wanted to get them to the Rose Bowl, and we'll fill the Rose Bowl with Republicans from Pasadena and the surrounding area. And
a 3 weeks notice with football games in the middle of it.
In a non-battleground state. The idea that any conservative Republican is going to be able to win California is laughable. I mean, like we were talking on one of the last iterations of our show, like unless you are from the state as the governor, like Reagan was, or you have some deep commitment to the state that everybody knows about, you're just not going to win as a Republican here. It's just not going to happen.
Nope.
And for her to think that they're going to throw everything aside and like, oh, we're going to go get him to the Rose Bowl, it was insane. I wanted that lady to be quiet so bad.
And she was like she goes, can we say a prayer? And it's like, yes, Republicans, we are generally considered the more prayerful party for whatever reason, but which is also like a bogus thing to be labeling people over faith. Faith needs to like be a
faith
little more
comes from both sides. You've got Democrats and Republicans, and even the independents. Everyone has a sense of beliefs, or a level of beliefs, and we don't seem to follow them when something starts to scare us just a little bit.
Yeah, this woman was basically leading a hostage situation with the length and the crazy zealotry of her prayer. It was like, Father God, please fill the Rose Bowl. I think God's got a little more important things on his mind.
I hope he does.
Well, I mean, if SC's playing at the Rose Bowl for the Rose Bowl, yes, God will fill that with fans because people want to see them win.
Yes.
But when it comes to McCain and Palin here in Southern California, unless you're in Orange County, I really don't think you're going to be able to pull that kind of crowd.
I mean, you went out to the Palin rally out there, right?
I wanted to. No, she did the Home Depot Center in Carson, and I heard that I was surprised. Somebody told me that there were 10,000 inside and 10,000 left outside. Is it really that small, the place?
It's a pretty small place.
Okay, yeah. So she had double the crowd. I'm impressed. But we are all basically just introducing ourselves to the listeners a little more. We're definitely I'd say in the no Obama camp, even though we're
no
a little
Obama.
more.
Obama.
But we're not party line people necessarily. I'd say we're pretty libertarian in general. So yeah.
Yeah, individual
we think
rights.
about everything. Yeah.
Do your own thing, people.
Yeah, don't let the government hand you everything and treat you coddle you like a baby. That's what Obama seems to want to do and his people.
There was one thing that happened to me this past week that I found kind of interesting. Is I've actually in the last week had more people asking me who I'm leaning towards voting for. And amongst very close friends, I don't have a problem discussing this, but around coworkers and asking me where I stand, I'm not exactly comfortable with telling them who I'm going to vote for because I don't want to have to get into the conversation of how I'm wrong for what I believe and what I believe is right for this country.
Yep.
I don't consider myself a liberal. I don't consider myself a conservative. I believe that both sides have amazing ideas that if these two sides would come together and do what's right for us as Americans, that's what we need more than anything. We don't need to see just a Republican in the House, in the White House. We don't need to see just a Democrat in the White House. We need to see some kind of bipartisanship, or even eventually, I hope someday, a third party that could actually make a run at this, like we saw 100 years ago. But we haven't seen that kind of party in so long that can hold that kind of strength and then continue forward.
Yeah, but for now, like to me, there's no contest.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to bring in socialist programs.
Nope.
I don't want to just. I don't believe in entitlements. I don't think anybody just deserves something because they're here and alive and in America. I think that everyone's got to work for their own thing. This is one of the first times though that I've actually felt okay that I don't have a real job at the moment. Because during the last elections, I was basically run out of the office where I was working because I put up a little Bush Cheney sticker at my desk. Everybody else has Kerry stuff everywhere. I mean, it was all over the place. And I put up one thing, and I'm getting like threatening notes left on my desk.
How many of them told you that you were wrong?
Yes, that was at the place that I shall not name
yeah.
that I used to sell ads for.
Wow.
And
they basically told you how wrong you were for having your opinion. Which
it's not like I went to anybody and complained like, hey, I wish these people wouldn't do this or something. About a week after I had it up, the writing was on the wall. You could see that they were looking to find any problem that I had because they were all so liberal that they couldn't stand having one person around there giving a different opinion. Now I know newsrooms are like that all across the country, and I shouldn't really be that shocked. But at the time, I was shocked.